Yeah, you sit in trouble the mic, and why is you jumping like that? Oh man, I think I need a new camera, another new camera. Well, today Bob so far haven't put a video up. I'm kind of sad, but I kind of also know that I'm getting a small fan club. But like my point, well, thank you for all the people who actually pay attention. I guess there's a few people like me who pay attention to news, to people, and everything else. And Bob is one of them. It's just like another case of he haven't paid attention in school. He haven't really paid attention how media work. More I think about, I think when he did that online shows about Christians, and so all those bad things Google have about people hating Christians, I think most of them is actually fake news. Fake news has been going on for a long time. And even today, there's people and from history kind of debunked the Bible and where they are. Does it happen? Where's the proof? And if you watch these shows, then you wonder, did the person who wrote the book got everything right? Some of it. But you remember places disappear and very hard to dig up 1,000 years later. So, yeah, you got to remind that, you know, things change. And yeah, Bob will be on YouTube talking about whatever bugs him. It's nice to talk about what bugs you. But do you really need the Bible to help you on that? If Medicare having a rough time, yes, you talk about it. And no, I don't have Medicare because I'm a Canadian and we call it this healthcare. And our healthcare is not what you Americans think. Yes, it's free, but we pay it through our taxes. And that's why it's there for us to use. Unless you have something serious, it's iffy. Like United States. But I kind of noticing that people pay attention. Not because I'm not reading the Bible now. I have common sense. More and more people I have noticing who losing their common sense. Watch a couple of these videos on YouTube and see and wonder why this idiot does this. Why do they post the crimes on YouTube? Do they have any common sense? Not likely. But this is how I survive. The common sense way. You learn it, you say it. Most people assume they got the iPhone and they stick to it and forget about the common sense way. They post everything about their life on YouTube. It's common sense to put good stuff on. But I see more and more kids trying these web channels, throwing their common sense into the wind. And every time I see a Russian driver and then some big truck comes from somewhere, where the common sense of safety is. Where is it? No, the Bible's not taking it away. We are losing it. Either an iPhone distracts you from common sense. You want to be like the person on YouTube Oh, you like Bob, truly 100% believing in the Bible. God give us common sense, so we know when we see bullshit or not. But no, it just seems common sense is going away. If you really, truly, put down the Bible, go out and enjoy life. Put that cell phone down, I don't spend all day. I just came back walking a couple of blocks, taking my bottles in, and got myself a coffee and a pop. Actually, I did exercise. But most people say, oh, they don't have time for because they're a busy life. No. God didn't say to stop exercise. It's our life. Our fat life, for most people say. But sadly, now, we haven't that. We blindly follow Bob because we are just too lazy to read the Bible. We don't have no time for exercise. We spend all our time on our cell phones. And then when we have the opportunity to use our common sense, we fail. Look at all the failed videos. Nobody could plan something out. I think what's going to end the human race is not the devil. It's our lack of common sense. Our lack of common sense, like Trump showing us that media is bad. No, only the fake stuff is bad. Trump, it's your common sense. Your business sense is going away. Don't talk about it. Do action. There's a lot of fake news out there. That's why we also have fact checking. If you really, some of these people who really dug in Bob's life are doing the fact checking. I know Bob denying it. That's how people are, and that's how we are as a human species. Deny if it's real or true. We don't know. God didn't make us mind readers. It would be easy. We can read someone's mind to tell the line. Well, that's why we got body language too. And if someone like Bob suddenly think every single person, is hacking him, I just found out, yes, Google will leave the mics on and listen. Or the government would turn. Oh, some hacker is listening to me right now. You're hackers, because I know you're watching. Not because I'm paranoid or something. It just seems a common thing if you have a webcam on or building your camera, someone somewhere is hacking your computer as you talk to your friend about everyday life. We just need the information. Bob is cracking off this information. Every day someone like me says something, our opinion, he clacks. He clacks, he clacks, he clacks. How much information and all these videos and all these comments you need, Bob? I'm not really sure. As I said before, you probably got a whole big, huge 2 boxes of these things, and miles of printing paper of your comment sign, and gigabytes on your computer. I think you have enough information now, Bob, to really do some damage to us out here that have opinion about people like you who hate gays and lesbians. In others, you're trying to be like the government, spying, grabbing, and so forth. I know it's part of terrorism. I don't want to get into these things. Then I would begin to sound like Bob. But that's one thing about the internet and hackers and so forth. It's not safe. I don't use my credit card. I don't even have a credit card to buy things online because I know someone's going to steal my information trying to be me. Well, that sounds like paranoid, but this is the fact. This is the truth. You hear something like this every day on the news. The news is warning you. Be careful on the internet. How do we know when we go to Bob's website that he's hacking into our stuff? He claims he doesn't have it, but how did he get a lot of information? We're not giving it really nearly to Bob, you know. I think he hired a couple of hackers, and that's probably why he got, oh, I know your name finally. Oh, I guess you could do a YouTube shows, but that information is so unupdated. I still have my last few addresses on these addresses sources. So if someone, do damage, you have to pick the right one. That's how much the internet updates itself. And that's it. All I need is someone's name and go to the address and find where they're on. I don't have to hack. That information, the day you sign up for these things, the information out there. Unless they say they are not going to let it out, and that's good. But then again, your private, some of your private stuff is already out there. That's why hackers like to hack banks and so forth. Or be careless and they dig in your garbage. Back in the old days. But now, yes, we are slowly at the end times, and those protest singers from the 60s, don't me, they've been singing about the end of the time and doom and gloom since the 60s. And what happened? Well, nothing. It just got worse. So even before Bob came out and began to sing preaching to the end of the time, we had people back in the 60s singing about this, and 70s, and so forth, and lunatics who go on public television and tell you these things. That's why it's just like, yes, the end time's coming, but I've been hearing all this stuff for how long? All my life. When is it going to end? How is it going to end? I will tell you how it ends. People like Bob who hate people will throw the first stone. He already hate gays and lesbians, and he hate others who hate Christians. As you knows him, he blaming fake media and thinking the whole internet is after him. That's a good sign of being a lunatic right there. And he's going to throw the first stone at us. And we just minding our business. Tell him, Bob, don't pick on us. Don't pick on us. He's picking. A good Christian don't really pick on people. A true Christian just learn to live with it. Not to turn the other cheek, to learn to live in the growing world and other people from other parts of the world, their lifestyles and so forth. Every time a Christian bunch of people go to a new world and force to listen, you know how much damage that is? The other religions don't do that when they travel to the new world back in the 1700s. Forcing other people into Christianity in other parts of the world in history caused a lot of damage. Do we see the Jewish people doing this? Do we see the Russians doing this? No. That's one thing about Christians. God says spare the world, but when you go to a different country, don't be an asshole about it. And that's the thing. Look how the Spanish ruined a whole culture because they robbed the gold and forced the Bible down their mouth. That's why we don't have the Incan people anymore. The true ones that build the pyramids and so forth. Because the Bible cares. Oh yeah, the Bible is a good book, but like God, it's a good book and bad book depending on how you use it. Yes, Mom. Well, my time is kind of short because I'm trying to limit my videos to 15 minutes. You too long. And because of that, and don't have a long pause, Well, I better go because it's 14:15.